Detaching from toxic relationships can be one of the most challenging yet necessary steps toward protecting your peace and well-being. Stoic philosophy offers timeless wisdom to help you navigate this process with strength and clarity. In this guide, we'll explore Stoic principles that teach you how to detach from people who drain your energy or hinder your growth. By focusing on what you can control, setting clear boundaries, and practicing emotional detachment, you can free yourself from toxic dynamics and cultivate a life of greater peace and self-respect. Detaching from toxic relationships and people is a challenge, but Stoic philosophy offers valuable guidance to help you navigate these difficult situations with clarity and strength. Here are Stoic principles to guide you through the process of detachment. 1. Recognize what you can control. We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. Epictetus, the first step is recognizing that you cannot control the actions, thoughts, or behaviors of others. You cannot change a toxic person, but you have complete control over how you respond to them. Focus on what you can control: your own emotions, reactions, and choices. 2. Detach your self-worth from others' behavior. It is not the thing itself, but your opinion about it that troubles you. Epictetus, in toxic relationships can affect your sense of self-worth. The Stoic approach is to understand that your value doesn't depend on how others treat you. You are worthy regardless of external circumstances. By detaching your sense of self from others' actions, you can preserve your inner peace. 3. Accept people for who they are. We are not disturbed by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens. Epictetus, toxic people often act in ways that are outside of our control. Instead of fighting against their nature or attempting to change them, accept them for who they are. Recognizing that their behavior is a reflection of their own mindset, not yours, can free you from emotional entanglement. 4. Embrace amor fati, love of fate. Love the hand that fate deals you. Marcus Aurelius, instead of resisting the situation, Stoics advise embracing it as an opportunity for growth. Even toxic relationships provide lessons, whether about setting boundaries, improving self-awareness, or practicing patience. By loving whatever comes your way, you free yourself from the burden of frustration and resentment. 5. Establish clear boundaries. The goal is not to be in the presence of others, but to be present with yourself. Setting healthy boundaries is crucial for protecting your emotional and mental well-being. The Stoic principle of self-discipline teaches us that we have a duty to protect our own tranquility. If a relationship drains or harms you, it is your responsibility to set clear limits, whether by distancing yourself or cutting ties completely. 6. Focus on your own growth. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Marcus Aurelius, the challenge of a toxic relationship as a catalyst for personal growth. Reframe the situation. Instead of focusing on the toxicity of the other person, focus on how you can become stronger. Whether it's developing better boundaries, cultivating more patience, or learning to let go, turn the experience into an opportunity to deepen your wisdom. 7. Practice the art of detachment. Freedom is the only thing you cannot give to someone else. You can't give them freedom to do as they like, but you can give yourself freedom by detaching from things outside your control. Epictetus, detachment is not about abandoning compassion or indifference. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional burden of the relationship. Detach emotionally and mentally from the toxic person's behavior and refuse to let their negativity invade your peace of mind. When you no longer seek validation or approval from them, you can break free from the toxic dynamic. 8. Embrace solitude for reflection and healing. Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. Marcus Aurelius, you've distanced yourself from toxic relationships. Take time for reflection and healing. Embrace solitude to reconnect with your true self, engage in self-care, and practice mindfulness. The Stoic belief in self-sufficiency teaches that true peace comes from within, and solitude allows you to replenish and reset. Final thought: detaching from toxic people isn't a sign of weakness, but of wisdom and self-respect. Through Stoic practices, you can cultivate the strength to remove yourself from harmful relationships, protecting your inner peace and focusing on what truly matters: your growth, tranquility, and well-being.